Hi, my name's Airsoft Mike, and I have a problem. I keep buying airsoft pistols, and it has to stop. It has to stop now. So, thanks for watching. I'm off. Bye.
Get back here now and do this review.
No.
Get back here now, or I will let a whole load of paintballers into your airsoft armory, and you know what will happen.
Hey, I'm Airsoft Mike, and I'm here today to do yet another unboxing. So, let's get to it. Here it is. This is the absolutely fantastic looking UMAREX VFC WALTHER PPQ M2.
Groovy.
Really nice looking piece. Looks very tactical. I mean, straight out of the box, straight away, the thing I'm loving about this is that it really does look like a CP99. It's like an upgraded version of the CP99. Let me give you a little info about this particular UMAREX VFC WALTHER PPQ M2. The VFC stands for Vega Force Company, so they're the actual company in Taiwan that actually manufactures this particular gun. UMAREX obviously handles all the licensing, and of course it is an exact replica of the WALTHER, and it has all the trades and unique serial number on the back. Let me give you a bit of info about the actual make and companies involved in this particular airsoft pistol. As I mentioned, it is a UMAREX VFC WALTHER PPQ M2. WALTHER obviously being the real steel manufacturers or the real steel company, and UMAREX being the people that licensed it and put it out there for you as an airsoft pistol. But it's actually made by VFC, which is the Vega Force Company. The PPQ stands for Police Pistol Quick Defense. So really it should be PPQD, but hey, let's not split atoms here. Right, so the gun, I really like it. Very ergonomic, and when I say ergonomic, I'm talking about down here on the grip. Nicely texturized, highly detailed. I absolutely love it. I love the way they've put the trade here on the bottom. It looks just very modern. As I said, it's just like a newer sort of modern version of the well-loved CP99. Let me go ahead and just peel this sticker off there. It's obviously giving you some good advice right there about only using quality BBs. Now, I use G&G BBs. They're my favorite BBs of choice. So let's go through some of the features of this gas blowback pistol. You have your front sight, which is fixed. You got your rear sight, which is adjustable. It has a metal slide. It's got a nylon reinforced polymer frame. It has a very handy rail at the bottom right here, and I'll come back to that later. You got your mag release, you have your slide release. This is ambidextrous. You have your safety, which is incorporated within the trigger. You have your takedown slide, you have your unique serial number, and the grip has these nice sort of indents right here so that you can get your fingers in very comfortably when you're ready to fire or use the gun. So far I'm loving this piece. Let's have a look at the mag. What I love about the mag is that it is fully trademarked. So right there again, you've got the Walther logo right there. And you also have the trades on the base. It's a double stack system. And from what I can see there, and this will be the only bad thing I can see about this so far, is that this, when you pull this down, so that you can load the BBs up, there is no, oops, see, there you go. There's no locking mechanism down here to hold that down. So you do really have to get it, hold onto it good, and pop your BBs in the wider section of this gap right here. Or, if you don't mind doing this, there are speed loaders with little adapters that you can hook onto the front right there and load your BBs in from there. Although, a lot of airsofters don't like doing that because after a while it could wear away the lips on the top of your mag. What a lovely piece. Well, what else can I tell you about this model? Well, it is hop-up adjustable and it's also semi-auto. But allegedly, it's also a full auto pistol, but not out of the box. There is a mod that you can do. Let me just show you this very quickly. You just rack the slide back, and I'll just bring it up nice and close for you. Okay, now, if you look right there, on some other models, you can just push that across and it turns this gun into full auto. However, this has been manufactured so that you can't do that. There is a tiny little lip just down there, if you can see it in this lighting. That stops this from being pushed across and it stops it from going into full auto mode. All you have to do is to get rid of that little plastic lip down there, and that frees up this part here so that you can slide it across. But guess what? I'm not going to do that to this model because I've done my research and I have read and I have seen loads of people saying that the stress that it puts on this particular gun when you put it into full auto does not do this slide any favors whatsoever. Now let me show you something. I've been seeing some reviews saying that this slide here at the top can crack or split even though it's metal. So obviously it's not the world's strongest metal and I'm not about to find out whether that's true or not. So yeah, I'm happy to just keep this in the form that it's supposed to be, which is a semi-auto airsoft pistol. But yeah, apparently that mod works. You can go onto YouTube and see other YouTubers and some techies out there that have done that little very easy mod, and it looks very cool firing in full auto, but I really don't need another full auto pistol. Not when I already have these bad boys. Another cool thing I love about this pistol is that it's almost fully ambidextrous. I say almost, it pretty much is 100% ambidextrous. The reason why I say that is that obviously straight out of the box, you've got your slide release here and your slide release here. As I already mentioned, you've got your mag release here, which can be swapped out so that it's on the other side. I'm absolutely loving the real steel trades all over this airsoft pistol. It is almost identical to the real steel. The only place where it falls down in terms of first glance how similar or identical it is to the real steel is that if you look very closely down here, it's a little disclaimer saying it's a 6mm BB caliber right there. See that? And in terms of using this in a movie for filming and for realism in a movie, you ain't really going to see that unless it's right up in your face like that. Another thing I love about this pistol, which I've seen some reviewers saying they don't like, but I just think it looks cool. I love how the slide sits on the frame. Okay, it sits on the frame here like any other pistol, but look on the back, there's quite a bit of a gap right there. I don't have a problem with that. Some people hate it. And again, I love the way they put the serial number right there on the back of the frame. Very nice. So, let's take you through all the trademarks on this very quickly. So you've got a trademark here, 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 and on the other side, here, 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 and on the base of the mag. Oh, and another thing that obviously gives it away that this is an airsoft pistol is it comes with this little horrible sticker right there talking about the maximum joules, but obviously that's coming off. Right, so I did say it looks like a more modern version of the CP99, so there's only one thing for me to do right now, is to compare the two. So, very nice looking pistol. This is the UMAREX VFC WALTHER PPQ M2. Now, this rail right here, I'm always talking about you can put yourself a nice laser on there or a flashlight or, you know, whatever. But I've never actually on camera put one on, okay? So what I've got here is a nice little Walther laser system right here. Very nice looking. It is specifically designed for the CP99, I believe. The reason why I say that is because I'm sure if I put it on here, which it should fit because it's the right size rail on the bottom of this pistol. Let's have a look. Right, so yeah, it goes on, okay? So it gives the gun a nice little laser system. However, if you look here, there's a gap and it's a little loose. But it, you know, it's there, it does the job. You just do the adjustments on the laser and it'll be all good to go. But let me just show you what I mean about it's a match made in heaven for the CP99. Here's the CP99. Here's that laser system again. So just got to pull down these little levers either side and look at that. Perfect fit. Trigger guard sits in the laser well very nicely. Match made in heaven. And you know, a moment ago I did say that the Walther PPQ M2 is like a more modern version to the CP99. When I look at them both again, in my eyes, they look just as modern as each other. Anyway, it's not about the CP99, let's get back to the PPQ M2. So, how do you take this bad boy down? Well, right here, as I mentioned before, are your takedown slides. Okay, so it's on both sides there. So, first thing you do is you drop the mag, grab hold of your takedown slides, rack the slide back, and then forward, and she's off. And there's your internals, full metal internals. And as I mentioned before, down there is where you can do your little mod to turn this into a full auto. I personally won't be doing that, and I've already mentioned why I won't be doing that near the beginning of this video. Okay, so technically it's not full metal internals in the slide. There are a couple of plastic pieces right here, but more or less, yeah, metal. You know what's coming next, don't you? Let's take it to the range. Right, let's get to the shooting test. Okay, such a cool looking pistol. Anyway, let me drop the mag. Just put that back there. Let me just show you. As I mentioned before, the mag takes about 22 rounds. I've got about 15 in here for the purpose of this review. And as always, Gonna use some Nupro 2.0 green gas. Okay, I've got some eye protection on. So this is going to be the first shot just to see and check that this pistol is working. Okay, so let's hope for the best. Brand new out of the box, here we go. Oh, that is beautiful, really crisp and precise. I just saw where that BB went. It went pretty far and pretty straight. Very nice. Now, as always, I like to do a rapid firing test just to see how the gun performs and to check whether the slide locks back once the final round has been spent. So I'm going to do that now. Continuous shooting until the mag is empty. Here we go. Actually, let me move my thumb out the way so you can see. Oh, that is very nice, very crisp. It's got a nice kick behind it. I mean, the pistol itself is not as heavy as, let's say, for example, my Glocks or any of the M9s or M92s, but it's got a nice weight to it. It's got a heck of a kick also. And yeah. You know, earlier on I was mentioning about the slide, and if you put it in full auto, it could cause the top of the slide to split or crack. I've not seen many people saying that's happened to them, but it has happened. If you do your research, some people say that the slide splits. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen if you put it in full auto. It could very well split, even if you just have this pistol in semi-auto. It will just probably take a longer time to do so. That's if that happens at all. I'm not saying that that is going to happen to you. It could have been earlier models of this gun. I don't know. But I have seen reports of people having issues with the slide. But UMAREX, they have addressed it. They are now stocking updated slides. It could now mean that these guns do come with these updated slides and they won't split. Who knows? But hey, that's the purpose of my YouTube channel, is to test these bad boys out, and then way down a few months later down the line, possibly up to a year maybe, you never know, but I will definitely do a review of all my pistols and all my other airsoft guns. So if there are any issues, any problems, any faults, they will be on a future video. But for now, I really love this, and it seems strong and sturdy enough. I can't see me having any problems with this pistol anytime soon, as far as I can tell. Very nice. Right, how about the accuracy? Well, let's hit the target. Got a few more BBs in the mag. There's still enough gas in there. Let's do this. But yeah, Groupings are absolutely fantastic. I mean, only these two here hit the outer of the 4 circle, or you could say the inner of the 3 circle, and all the rest pretty much hit on the 5 and on the 6 bullseye. Very nice.